Hello, everybody. My name is Dallas. This is. I hope I didn't mess that up on the last episode. I just unmuted, quick desktop audio. Hopefully, it picked up my mic audio on the last episode. If not, there was no talking in it, but that's okay. You still can see. It was a very short episode, but hopefully, that's not the case. But we got talking in this one. This is position number 12 in our positional mock drafts. Basically, what these are. We go through 8-team, 10-team, and 12-team leagues and do mock drafts from every single position with PPR-based format with a very standard roster build of 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, kicker, and the defense. And we basically do a mock draft from every position. So go ahead and begin this one. I am really curious if number 11 had no mic audio. Let's see what we get falling to us at number 12. Like I said, and every single one of these, I give this breakdown where I explain how my wide receivers line up for me, and this is actually easy. Basically, my wide receivers, the way they line up for me is DeAndre Hopkins and Devontae Adams at 1 and 2, Tyreek Hill at 3, and this is based off how I think they'll finish the year points-wise, not how I would draft them, because I like Tyreek Hill, but I would draft him 5th wide receiver off the board as opposed to 3rd. Even though I think he'll finish that way, I think he will lose you some weeks because of the roller coaster ride he puts you on. And so that being said, Juju is my number 4, followed by Julio at 5, Michael Thomas at 6, Odell at 7, Mike Evans at 8, Antonio Brown at 9, and Keenan Allen at 10. And so the fact that we get Julio here, or these guys all go, we still get Juju, who's my wide receiver I would draft 3rd, wide receiver 4. Perfectly content with that. Wow, okay. Looks like David Montgomery, Josh Jacobs, Chris Carson, all of them went off the board before we got here. We're taking Marlon Mack. Next thing's a bit difficult, but that's okay because we can go ahead and snag Amari Cooper here. Now, my opinion with Amari Cooper, assuming he's healthy, obviously. If he's not, then I take Julian Edelman there. Assuming Amari Cooper's healthy, I love Amari Cooper if he's your wide receiver too. I do not like Amari Cooper if he's who you're relying on. He's going to have those weeks where he absolutely explodes, which is fantastic. And if he's your wide receiver 2, then great. It's an added bonus. You're not relying on him. Whereas if he's your wide receiver 1, you need him to do that, and he's just not going to do that consistently. So that puts you in a very, very difficult position. Did he just... Oh, okay, Sonny went up there. I said, did Sonny Michel just fall to us here? Like, that's ridiculous, but he didn't. Unfortunately, Miles Sanders went. That's who I look for. This is going to be a good example because in all of these, I always try to say make sure your RB3 is good enough to be someone else's RB2. And unfortunately, the potential for that's gone. There's no one here that's good enough to be the RB2 on anyone else's team. So now we're definitely taking Evan Ingram here. Going to solidify that position for us. But we're going to have to pass on some of these running backs. So I'm not. If we look here, Austin Eckler obviously is going to be great until Melvin Gordon comes back. I could hear the argument taking him here. Tariq Cohen's a PPR machine, but I'd rather have a wide receiver at this tier. Tavius Murray, in my opinion, is the next best running back on this list. We're completely punting it though and trying to go down and get Kalen Ballage as our next running back. Unfortunately, because we missed on those. Taking a look here one more time to make sure there's nobody we're missing out on that we want. Nope, Alshon Jeffrey right here. I'll make sure one more time. I could hear the argument for Aaron Rodgers, but this is a tutorial purpose, and I show you guys why you wait on quarterbacks. You can get them way later and build depth everywhere else. So basically, the way I want to look at this is I missed out on that running back 3, but I got Evan Ingram because of it, so I'm okay with it. So we'll live with that. This is more realistic because a lot of people were taking all these picks off the boards. Had you been in the 11th spot, you would have snagged my last favorite one in that group. Now we're just gonna be stuck with taking the next one. If he didn't just go, he didn't. Okay, that was Kenyon Drake. If I could actually scroll up, goodness. All right, so what are we looking at here? We're definitely going down and getting Village, and here's where we're gonna take our shot because he did just go. D.D. Westbrook did just go, so we're gonna take our shot at Josh Gordon here. I think that's a good shot. If you are a Darrell Henderson fan, go that route, but I'm not. I think Malcolm Brown's got a better shot there than Darrell Henderson. I think future reasons and dynasty purposes, I get it, but other than that, I don't see it. Taking Josh Gordon there, kind of solidifying everything up there. We're perfectly content with what we're looking at right now. I definitely hear the argument for Latavius Murray there, but I take Josh Gordon over Latavius Murray unless I was unless Balaj didn't make it to us and we were in dire need. But there are plenty of other late guys that we're okay with. 2 of them coming up right here, you'll see. Basically, based on the way we drafted, we don't have to take a wide receiver here, even though I do really like... Oh, Marvin Jones just went, so it made it easier on us. The 2 running backs are Devin Singletary, and the other one's Matt Breida, and because of the way things lined up, we're going to have to pass on Matt Breida, unfortunately, because well, I think in this case, because you don't need to reach. Jameis Winston is the quarterback we want, but because of the way things lined up, I think we have to go with that depth and try to solidify here. And just basically, I'm going to shoot for Phillip Rivers or Dak Prescott. That's my QB 10 and 11. There goes Phillip Rivers. Now we just hope Dak Prescott makes it back to us, and he should, because of how low ADPs have him. You can usually get him pretty easily, pretty late. So we're okay that we were able to get him. Technically, we don't even have to take him here, but we do have to take him with the next one. But looking at what we have here on the board, we are going to go ahead and take Tony Pollard. Well, let's hold off. Let's get another wide receiver here. So let's look and see what wide receivers here. Unfortunately, my favorite sleeper wide receiver just went 1 pick before, and that's Tyrell Williams. That makes us kind of recalculate everything here, what direction we would go. And that would probably be taking our... Oh, yep, right here, Michael Gallup. Absolutely, send him away. Another one of my sleepers, fully confident in him this year. And then that, typically I say take Tony Pollard. Things are looking good for Zeke, so let's go the route where we take Alexander Madison. The backup... Oh, no. I think if we're not taking Tony Pollard, the smart one is for sure... where'd he go? Justin Jackson right here. So that's how we finish this out. We don't have to go the round 13 because we did get our tight end. Usually, if you missed out on your tight end, I'll show you that strategy real quick. There are technically 5 tight ends I like taking in the 13th round. One of them is Delaney. He already went. So as you can see, there's only 4. One of them has injury issues right now, and so there's really only 3 of them. But I'll tell you all 4 of them. And that was, well, there goes the injury issues one, who's still, that's not affected his ADP yet. But that's Mark Andrews, Greg Olsen, and Kyle Rudolph are the last ones after Delaney Walker, Jordan Reed. In order, I like them: Mark Andrews, Greg Olsen, Kyle Rudolph, Delaney Walker, Jordan Reed. In that order. So Delaney Walker goes 1 round earlier. We usually miss on that, but we just take Mark Andrews here if he's there, or Greg Olsen, or any of the others if we didn't take Evan Ingram, but we did. So we're perfectly content with our team. We'll go ahead and look at this, see how things lined up. So our court... Did it not give us... Oh, sorry guys. I wasn't thinking with the Justin Jackson pick. Ignore Justin Jackson. Scratch him off the team. Put Dak Prescott. That's right. You can't afford to make that mistake in the actual draft. Let's say you did make that mistake though. We just take Josh Allen here. That's perfectly fine. So just for tutorial purposes, if you messed up for some reason, stuff like that happens. You gotta be better than that though. I was rushing. We'll say Josh Allen's our quarterback. He's my last tail end one that I reached for super late, but realistically speaking, scratch Justin Jackson off the team and put Dak Prescott right there, and then we just take, I don't know, a Deion Lewis or Malcolm Brown, even one of those guys right here, where we took Josh Allen. So put Dak Prescott right there. So we're just gonna ignore Josh Allen. Actually, we can do this. We'll roll and move player, but set player as Dak Prescott, set player as Justin Jackson. There we go. Now we can actually see how things would have actually went had I paid attention and focused more on it. Dak Prescott as the quarterback right there with our last pick. Then Joe Mixon, Marlon Mack. Love that stack right there. Perfectly content with that, especially having Juju and Amari. If Amari ends up being healthy and good to go, that is a snag and a half as your wide receiver 2. I don't like him as a wide receiver 1, so if you're in that position, I say go Julian Edelman or Adam Thielen, somebody in that group. Evan Ingram, my tight end 4, we got right there. Alshon at the flex. Don't know that he'd stay there very long, but he could. That's the benefit here, is he's good enough to, but it'd probably end up being Kalen Ballage if he ends up doing what we think he will, or Matt Breida if he does what we think he will. Devin Singletary at some point in the season I think is going to end up taking over the lead job there. Josh Gordon from day one could be a monster, so that's something we have to look at too. They'll probably end up starting him just to shoot that shot. Michael Gallup, I know we have Amari Cooper. This is kind of a security thing here where if Amari Cooper goes down or that extends for any period of time, then you're great. If it not, and he's fine, Michael Gallup is going to be great this year. A nice little addition to a trade package possibly. If you need to go that route. So that is going to be it. We're going to go ahead and resume and end the draft. And we only do 12 rounds. Like I said, we do 13 when we need to explain the tight end situation. But that's been it, guys, for our positional mock drafts. So we've done 1 through 12. Make sure you go check out the others to help you out in any position that you'll be drafting from. Of course, in the first episodes, we do more than one mock draft. We do in 8 teams, 10 teams, and 12 teams. When you're pick 11 or 12, there's only one type of league you can do that in, and that's a 12 team. Obviously higher than that, but we're not going past that. But like picks 1 through 8 have 8 team, 10 team, and 12 team drafts. 9 and 10 have 10 team and 12 teams, and 11 and 12 just have 12 team. So that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for these. Hopefully that helped you guys out. Leave some feedback if you want to. But that is going to be it, and we'll see you on next week's podcast episode. See how your all's drafts go this weekend. Next week's episode should be us going over our drafts. We'll play around with that and see what we end up coming up with. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.